The second in command, now left in charge of the camp, was a man of gigantic size who rejoiced in the name of Holden, called Judge Holden of Texas. Who or what he was, no one knew, but a cooler-blooded villain never went unhung. He stood 6'6" in his moccasins, had a large fleshy frame, a dull tallow-colored face, destitute of hair and all expression. But when a quarrel took place and bloodshed, his hog-like eyes would gleam with a sullen ferocity worthy of the countenance of a fiend. His desires was blood and women, and terrible stories were articulated in camp of horrid crimes committed by him when bearing another name. In the Cherokee Nation and Texas, and before we left Fronteras, a little girl of 4 years was found in the chaparral, foully violated and murdered. The mark of a huge hand on her little throat pointed out as the ravisher as no other man had such a hand. But though all suspected, no one charged him with the crime. Holden was by far the best educated man in northern Mexico. He conversed with all in their own language, spoke in several Indian lingos. At a fandango would take the harp or the guitar from the hands of the musicians and charm all with his wonderful performance and outwaltz any poblana of the ball. He was plumb center with a rifle or revolver, a daring horseman, acquainted with the nature of all strange plants and their botanical names, great in geology and mineralogy, in short, another Admiral Crichton, and withal an arrant coward. Not but that he possessed enough courage to fight Indians and Mexicans or anyone else, where he had advantage in strength, skill, and weapons. But where the combat would be equal, he would avoid it if possible. I hated him at first sight, and he knew it. Yet nothing could be more gentle and kind than his deportment towards me. He would often seek conversation with me and speak of Massachusetts, and to my astonishment, I found he knew more about Boston than I did. From Samuel Chamberlain's Memoirs. Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy is an unsettling book. What makes it especially disturbing is that many of its central antagonists, the Glanton Gang, and most notably Judge Holden, were real people. In the 1850s, the Glanton Gang was hired by both the United States and Mexican governments to hunt down and scalp Native Americans. Scalp hunting was an actual profession at the time, paid, sanctioned, and brutally efficient. As evil as they were, they aren't even the true focus of the story. The real subject is evil personified, Judge Holden. A behemoth of a man, standing 6'6" in his moccasins, he was described as hairless as a newborn, pale and almost translucent, yet strangely charismatic, imposing, commanding. According to Samuel Chamberlain's Memoirs, which McCarthy loosely based the novel on, Holden was second in command of the gang and the driving force behind their cruelty. And the stories about him are horrifying. He's said to have incited entire towns to violence, turned people against their own chaplain for sport, drowned puppies, murdered children, all while remaining charming, articulate, and always the smartest man in the room. The kind of evil he represents feels biblical, mythic, almost too monstrous to put into words. So, what is he? That's the same question Chamberlain wondered. It's the same question readers ask after finishing McCarthy's novel. But what he is might matter less than what he represents. He is mankind's worst instincts made flesh, and the whisper that urges you to act on them. He is the devil. He is the demon. He is the man. Ageless, sleepless, always learning, adapting, absorbing, and then destroying. He is time, he is history, written by the victors. And if history is written by the victors, then he never loses, which means he never dies. That's what makes Judge Holden so terrifying. The inevitability, the slow march towards fate, death, and ultimately, irrelevance.